I was 14, I got a summer babysitting job for a boy who was only about 3 years younger than me, but he was kind of feral, so his parents weren't comfortable letting him stay home by himself. It was a really easy babysitting job. Really, the worst part of it was just that the boy wanted to be a rapper when he grew up, and he was always making me listen to him rap Eminem songs. So I'd been there for about 3 weeks, and one day, out of nowhere, the bathroom mirror fell off the wall, so I cleaned up all the broken glass, and I told the dad about it when he got home, and that was that. Sometimes these things just happen. But the next day I got there, and there's already a replacement mirror on the wall, and the mom says, "Hey, Kate, I heard you met our ghost." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes on to tell me that the reason there's already a replacement is because they buy them in bulk at Lowe's, because this happens like 3 to 4 times a year. They have a ghost. They're not scared of it. It just is what it is. So I'm super skeptical. I'm like, these fools are just really bad at hanging mirrors. But over time, I realized that weird things really do happen in this house. Like, sometimes I would go in the kitchen and I'd leave and come back in just a second, and the cabinets would all be open, or they had a DVD rack in the living room, and sometimes just like one single DVD would come flying out of it. So I worked for them for 3 summers, and it's now the end of August. I'm 16 now. He's 13. This is our last summer together because he's going to stay home by himself the following year. It's just really our last couple days together. So I'm in the living room. He's in his bedroom playing Nintendo 64 when suddenly I hear the sound of someone coming up the basement stairs. And I freak out because, like, the dad never came in the back door. He always came in the front door. So I knew it wasn't him. So I paused for a second to make sure, like, that was really what I'm hearing. But no, like, there's definitely someone on the basement stairs. So I hear the sound of the kitchen door opening into the basement, the kitchen door to the basement opening, and I hear a man cough. So, like, there's definitely somebody in the house. So I run down the hall and I grab the boy out of his room and I, like, drag him down the hallway, and I have, like, him in one hand and my Nokia brick phone in the other. And as I'm passing the kitchen on my way out of the corner of my eye, I see that there's definitely someone in the kitchen. He is like a big man with a ponytail and a beard. So I get all the way out of the house to the sidewalk, and I'm about to call the police, but I pause for a second to tell the boy what's going on. I'm like, "Hey, like, somebody broke into the house. I'm calling the police." So I'm about to call 911, and the boy snatches my phone out of my hand and he starts laughing, and he's like, that's not, no one broke in, Kate. Like, that's just my brother Ronnie." And I'm like, "What?" So he runs back into the house. I follow him. He goes into the kitchen and greets this man, and he's like, "Ronnie, Kate thought you were a murderer." And the man just, like, smirks with a bowl of cereal in his hand and returns to the basement. I had worked for this family for 3 years, and I never once heard a single person ever mention this child had a brother, let alone a much older brother. The worst part is I come to find out that he has lived in the basement for years, and apparently he was in the basement every single day for the entire 3 years that I babysat for this family. I was a 14, 15, 16-year-old girl, and there was a grown man in the basement, and I had no idea. So which is worse, the ghost or the Ronnie?